Hello, welcome to the Velocity Racing League Bathurst 1000. This is qualifying day, and we have got a 40-minute session ahead of us before a top 10 shootout. And that's all before a 161 lap race tomorrow. This is Jack Meredith on screen, absolutely sliding it up through Reed Park. I'm joined in the commentary box by his teammate, Jack Callister.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
And he's probably... No, he's not too bad. I'm trying to get audio levels. Schmick.
A little bit rusty, eh? It's been a month or whatever it's been.
It's been a month since we last streamed,
yeah.
Good to have you with us for the 23rd and final qualifying session of the season. There is, of course, a championship to go ahead, and it looks like... Well, actually, we're less than... So I think Chris Refalo's just got to finish tomorrow and hope that Nick doesn't win, and then that's the championship. I think.
Which is probably pretty certain to happen.
It's
to be
pretty likely.
Yeah.
Let's bring up our times. As nope, that's our gaps. There we go. Fantastic. We're very early on in this session. The grip will ramp up from 97 up towards about 100% by the end of the session. So these first few laps will be banker laps. There's a 210.6 beat by 2:8.6 by Chris Munro. Come across the line is Lego Mobile.
Oh, we've got another Lego car, do we?
Yeah, so it looks familiar.
Yeah, I know. That's what.
A little bit. But yeah, Chris Refalo, Mac, what is going on the outside of that car? Can you see that? The kind of like ghosting.
Look, the Discord bit rate is like horrendously bad, but I think I saw it. Yeah, it's like motion blur turned up to 1 million.
It's a bit. Yeah, might need to change that for tomorrow. But there's a little Lego man on the where the Holden badge usually is.
That's so good. An eye patch. I like that. I do like that. Straight post on the rear fender. Yes, his first few laps on the low grip, they're just basically settling into it. I think a few of the drivers were sort of saying they were going to just chuck on kind of 5 to 10 laps of fuel and just do a few laps. As you said, set a couple of banker laps, a couple of like okay times. Make sure the car's feeling all good, make sure they're feeling all good. Get comfy, let the track grip come up as we get closer to the end of the session. So just a bit of exploring at the moment. I think the weather forecast for both qualifying and the race is going to be similar in basically clouds.
It's pretty gloomy, yeah. So if you've been around regional New South Wales, you would have been, well, you'd be very wet, let's say. Unfortunately, we don't quite have the ability to emulate that. 23 people watching already. Jesus. Okay. Pressure's on. Hello to everyone in chat tonight. Good to have you with us.
I'm loving Mello's livery. He makes such good liveries. I'm assuming he's the one that's made.
No, it's Nick, I think, that's made
this
this
one. Is it Nick
one.
that made this one?
Yeah,
yeah,
Nick,
right.
Greg.
Yeah.
Of course, they're both called Nick, aren't they?
Yeah, I know. Well, I always call it Mello, so that's my workaround.
Half the viewers will be co-drivers, absolutely.
Yep. But yeah, I think their strategy, this like pairing, so that's Nick Greg and Nick Mello. I think it's Mello is doing qualifying, whereas Nick Greg in the meantime is just off basically practicing top 10 shootout laps. So they're confident they're going to get in.
Oh, one of the numbers isn't right. Refalo hasn't got the right number. Neither has Snooks. Huh, weird. Okay.
Another thing to add to the notes.
Yeah, a couple of things to fix. We'll go through the field and introduce you to the... Hang on. We'll introduce you to the lineup for this year's Bathurst 1000. Here's Chris Munro, who's in that Lego car, which we mentioned before. Driving with Matt Cotter. They've both been, well, Munro's been successful around here before, and Matt Cotter's been very successful over in AK Racing. And that is a very strong lineup as he almost stacked it coming down into Forest Elbow. Gee, alright. There's still 30 minutes to go, mate. So that is the Holden Commodore bright green Lego car. Here is two names who are fairly new to VRL. Bernie Russley, Dylan Barton. You might have seen them before, especially if you tuned into that Gold Coast race. Assetto Corsa is this game at the moment. So they're using, well, this is similar to their usual livery in the VF Commodore.
I missed the VF. Good looking car. Good looking
Australian.
Car. That's the way.
Maximum oversend, it says on the side. There's actually so many little Easter eggs on the side of this car.
Some people love to know what their car.
Holy moly instead of liquid moly. Done flopped. I'm not going to read the Swiss one.
I almost read it.
Spaghetti instead of Pirelli.
Let's say Super Flog Auto.
Super Flog Auto. Hold on. Spurg bet. Yeah, look, I mean, plenty to go
it gets
around.
Better the more you look at it.
Towards zero punts. Puntronus. As it comes down into the chase now. Bernie Russley on board this car. You'll see some drivers who choose to use only one driver, and some cars that choose, or some teams that choose to use both drivers and do a swap in the middle for this qualifying session. James Delaney, Ross Macarone. I need to learn how to pronounce that. I'm just going to say Macca. I'm sorry. The Delaney and Macca
combo.
Oh no, I've got a difficult name. I shouldn't be saying that. He's in a Ford Falcon Pertec car, based on this is a replica of Marcus Ambrose's car from 2005. He comes down into the chase, third place at the moment.
Looks quite good in that.
Oh, Snooks is around, coming up out of the cutting. Just be aware.
I will have been too excited on the throttle coming out of the cutting. We're running the soft tyres here, which is the harder compound of the two in the V8 Corsa mod for Assetto Corsa. So, something that a lot of drivers aren't really used to, and it can catch you out a bit. You've got to modulate the brake a lot more than you do on the super soft tyres, as it's called in game.
Track clear.
And yeah, have to be a bit more careful when you get on the power as well, which is what I suspect has happened there. Too excited on the exit. Jeez. HKS Nissan was absolutely thrown through there. So that's a regular looking car. A lot of people running their kind of own liveries. Is that a shortcut? Yep. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, so Ryan Snooks on board this car. I need a notepad. Hang on. You talk.
Okay. So yeah, that Nissan just ahead that I was just discussing, I believe Refalo's on board at the moment. So one of the few cars is running their standard livery, or at least what looks to me their standard livery that they've run throughout the season. Snooks almost falls off the road, but just keeps it on. A lot of bumps down Conrad Straight. It's actually it's a really good quality map. This one, you've got quite a lot of bumps on a lot of parts of the circuit, which a lot of tracks just sort of don't really have. So it's quite good to see, and it's especially noticeable on board. Ryan Snooks here, the car we're actually on right now, the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang, actually has his camera set up for us. Both Foot Cam and Kim in the pilot seat. Ooh, tiny bit of a lock up there into Marius by the looks of things.
God, is there a working pen in this place or no?
Right now. Show more feet, says someone in chat.
You want that expanded a little bit, do you? Yeah, so that's Ryan Snooks in the Hot Wheels car. He's driving with Noah Denduk, and I'll show you quickly the interior of that car so he doesn't bug me for it.
Done
You can see he's done the full suit.
Someone discovered that a little while ago, and everyone's actually gone to town on it. I know Jack was getting all excited about it. Murdock, that is my co-driver.
We'll keep going down through the field.
Here we go. Here's an Ultra's custom earlier. HKS. The car that I can never bloody beat.
So Chris Refalo and the championship leader, indicated by the orange numbers, he nearly got out of shape there. Out of metal grey. They're so
pushing.
So on the edge, these cars. It's great to see, especially with the truck grip a little lower at the moment.
It's what that soft tyre gives you though, it's good. I like it. Car moves around. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Car moves around more. I really quite like it.
So Chris Refalo, Dietmar Rath are on board for this car. Dietmar took a little bit of a break for a while towards the back end of the season, but he'll be back in form, I'm sure, come tomorrow.
How many offs are we going to see at the chase in the race?
Oh, plenty.
Yeah, start bets on it. Actually, or Murray's, honestly. It is unbelievably easy to lock a wheel into Murray's. It's so easy.
It's you think it's such a simple corner. Just 90-degree bank left.
But no, it is
single apex.
In my opinion, the last and first turns are some of the hardest turns on the whole circuit. Obviously not the hardest, so I wouldn't go that far, but some of. They're really, really difficult to get bang on right because there's slight elevation changes, and they can really quite catch you out.
Follows the driver toward this car. Hopefully the names are right as to who's on the car. Delaney goes provisional pole. Remember, it's all about getting into the top 10, and right now there's only 3 cars that can actually drop out of it. But anyway, 40-minute session to eliminate 3 cars, absolutely worth it. Alright, just teleport back.
Man, it's so impressive watching Refalo drive. He puts the car on that edge of grip every single lap he drives. It's insane. First Forest elbow.
I've got a little bit of race directing to do for this session. There's going to be a little bit of that tomorrow as well. I have one race director lined up, and then I have another one which I'm looking to get lined up. Aaron Recchi, if you... Hang on.
Oh dear. Oh, Ryan's... Oh, there
no, it's all clear, never mind.
Who are we looking at? Oh dear. Not again.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, it's all good now. I already have a steward's inquiry.
Oh, no way already!
Gus Super saying dangerous re-entry, impeding hot lap, mellow lap 2, Riley Smith lap 3. I've already got one from regarding Riley Smith from a certain anonymous name that I'm not going to give.
Oh no! Sharp! People have seen the inside of Baby's car. Of Rustley.
Oh yeah, okay.
You went through it earlier.
Yeah,
there it is.
In case you haven't seen this already, there's a little bit of extra motivation on the dash there.
Yes, people, what you saw, you did see it correctly.
Okay.
A couple of them, few of you that spotted it.
There you are, you can keep replaying that 20 seconds that I give you over and over again. John Slow is going to make a driver swap here. If in doubt, punt them out, says Gandhi. Oh, I forgot about that. He wanted me to put it on, but I forgot about it. So he put it on himself. Jack Meredith here.
There we go, my teammate.
Have you not seen that?
What am I not seeing?
Oh, Refalo's had an incident coming down the hill.
That's what you get for always driving on the edge.
Yeses. So a little bit of damage. Munro is swapping out. Must be Cotter jumping into that car. We'll keep rolling through the field. Here's the Meredith Callister car. It's actually a pretty good looking car. It's got the Holden on the bonnet.
Yeah, bit of a sort of retro-inspired livery, I guess you could call it. A little bit of a hint of that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good looking car. I quite like it.
Slight bias. There's ARB, which on the quarter panels, which you can't adjust because we are running fixed setups. Fuel and tyre pressures and brake power and brake bias are the things that can be adjusted. Nothing else. Over the course of qualifying, you get one for qualifying, you get one for the race. Top 10 shootout is open, but yeah, that's the way it is. The first time we've run that. Daniel Scicluna is Scicluna. I've promised myself to practice this Scicluna. It's funny. I seem to always want to put like a bit of a I'm really unsure about this name tone on foreign names, even though I've got one myself. Xavier Rodriguez. Scicluna is driving with regular driver Max Spivey.
This is a really good looking car. I haven't seen any of these yet. I only downloaded the pack earlier this evening. This is a really good looking car.
So they're currently
the old Corsair logo on the door.
So currently sitting in 6th position. These two. Oh, that mellow red car really isn't anywhere worth what? Only in 9th. But yeah, it's a good looking car. Nice purple on the front. And
yeah, no, I like a bit of purple. That is a really good looking car. I can't wait to look at it in my review mirror. Check out the purple somewhere. But no, I like it. That is a good looking car. They've done well. I'm assuming that's Cluna that's made that livery.
Not sure. Might be Spivey. Especially if there's a Corsair on the side. That sounds like a Spivey thing.
That would be a Spivey thing, yeah. Wait, don't knock Corsair. Corsair's pretty. It's a G-Dubs.
Yeah, I've got a Corsair keyboard, but
yeah,
Corsair, could you, if you're listening, could you please sponsor us?
So the entirety of VRL, yes.
Oh
my god, your bitrate. Sorry, I have to mention your bitrate on Discord only just fixed itself, and now looks great.
Fantastic.
Actually, read the names on the timing tower.
Mello, I'll bring you in for commentary during the shootout for a little bit if you want.
Spivey made the livery. I've just been informed.
Unless are you doing? No, you're not doing the shootout, are you? Here is Riley Smith driving with Cohen Turner. One sec.
Dude, it's another really good looking livery, this one. It almost reminds me of sort of a Logitech kind of design to it with the black and
so you're talking about
all hints of bright blue. Why is Jack... Did he just crash? I can't tell what he's doing. After a warm lap, I suppose.
Oh, I need to be careful not to get in the way of anyone. It's very easy to do such a narrow, fast track as... Oh, he's off.
Is he just... There we go.
Well, that's getting out of the way, I guess.
Genius.
But, like, perhaps not the most effective way. 18 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Eaton on the side of the Smith-Turner car. Are these two going to be... No, they're not going to be teammates, are they? Turner's going to ABR, I know that. Oh, little bump of the wall there. Did you see that for your mate?
Oh, bloody typical. Of course he did.
Lee Childs enters the server now.
I actually said it's Logitech inspired. Now that the bitrate's fixed, I can actually see he has a Logitech logo on it. So there you go. That'll do it. This is a camera angle, actually.
Yeah, it looks very dark and gloomy though at the moment. Have a look at that. You need the headlights on.
Yeah, flick them on.
Oh, did you hear that car backfire?
No, because your
Of course you
Discord
didn't,
stream
but
was sound.
stream.
Yeah.
You heard it. Thank you, Yeti Sim, for following on Twitch.
Sound mod for these is so good.
Absolutely. Go and download it if you haven't already. If you're a V8 Supercars Assetto Corsa enthusiast, then V8's Corsa sound mod, plug that in, go to Race Department and download that because it is fantastic. Michael East, who has done a ridiculous amount of practice laps, I'm going to go and check how many he's done total because
No time wasted on the livery. It was all about the practice laps. It's minimal. It's basic. Minimal. God, I can't.
Go one entry bird driver. It certainly paid off because he, well, at the moment he's 1.8 seconds down on the fastest time, but
Considering the fastest
John
time is
Slow's
75, that's not bad.
John Slow's been in the car, I think. So, but he's certainly improved a lot over those.
It was a lot.
I think it was about 1,200 in the end.
Oh my. That's a lot more than when I last heard of it. I've been working a bit the last few days, so I sort of haven't really been on Discord all too much. Oh, that's mental.
Yeah, nice simple livery. Ford Falcon. There's 3 Ford Falcons in the field. This one, there's the one driven by Delaney and Macca, and the one driven by Childs and Donnelly, which we'll go back to very soon. Anyone I've missed on the way down? No, not yet. So Nash Murdock we come to. Cheers for supporting the Sound Club. Is that the guy who made it in the chat?
No way, is it?
Might be. There you are.
It's bloody
on you, mate.
fantastic.
This is Nash Murdock and Gus Super driving in the Ford Mustang, which as is Matt Cotter's gone to the top. Remember, there's a qualifying session going on. Matt Cotter's gone to the top.
I'm too interested in the liveries at this point.
On a 2073. This is a good way to establish it. We've got a nice long session so we can keep going with running through the field and introducing people. That being said, we've got 6 hours to do that tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Do a recap.
Nicholas Gregg puts in a competitive time. 5th place for him. I think Mello was in that car before and now Gregg's gotten in. As is usual, Nash Murdock. A little bit of
Chrome.
entertainment on the side, I'd say.
He loves getting insane with his liveries though. He's all fully into that stuff.
Absolutely, and the light config as well, which I forgot to load for myself because I rustly up to 2nd. Track grip must be ramping up a little bit. Up to 99% now, as you can see there. Yeah, so he certainly puts full effort into these, and Major goes to the shell. There you go. So I removed the light config from this one before I sent it out to everyone because it generally tends to bring complaints. So instead of putting in actual regulations and learning how CSP works, I just deleted it before I sent it out. But I forgot to re-add it for the stream, which will make him maybe a little grumpy. That's a big slide, isn't it? We'll go to... This is qualifying. The top 10 shootout will kick off pretty much straight after this. Nicholas Gregg and Nick Mello are driving this car, the 2 Project 4 teammates. This is the man who needs to win the race and hope that Chris Refalo doesn't finish it for the championship. But they're leading the team's championship, which is still quite a close fought battle. There is 900 points on offer.
Man, watch Jack Meredith blow for me again.
900 points on offer for teams, I should say. 900 points on offer for a team. 450 for a driver.
Big points and offer for the final race of the season. The only endurance race this year. Last year we had two. We had a Sandown 500 and Bathurst 1000. This year, just the 1000. Sandown was a regular sprint round.
We might do some different things to attract more entries next year, and we could see an extra enduro come back. Cicluna's gone up to 6th. Your order at the moment is Matt Cotter, and then Bernie Russley, James Delaney, Nicholas Gregg, Chris Refalo, Daniel Cicluna, and then Michael East, Jack Meredith, Nash Murdock, and Matthew Richards are your top 10 outside of the drop in the drop zone at the moment. Are Riley Smith, Noah Denduk, and Lee Childs. And then there's my name for some reason. That's a massive slide from Nicholas Gregg coming under the tree.
That is going to be my favourite turn on the whole track. I adore it.
It's so great to watch cars through there as well.
Car's right near the top of third gear, so you're right in the real sweet spot of the power band. Slide sideways under the tree, grab fourth. It's a good feeling.
M Aussie Boy 34, thank you for following over on Twitch, appreciate it. We have 10 minutes, a bit over 10 minutes to go. A bit under 11 minutes to go. This is the number 4 car. As that Ampole, oh hang on, that's a bit subliminal, because if you look at that Ampole and squint a little bit and look in the distance, it looks like a 4, okay? I don't know, I just noticed it.
Project 4 Mars. I have to say it.
How do people run out of fuel?
Hey?
Hang on, one moment. You talk.
Okay! Wow, someone has apparently really screwed up their fuel management there. Somehow managed to run out of fuel in qualifying. You'd think you'd have an app up or something. Smithy on a monster lap says Turner in the chat. So he just wasn't one of you.
Well, he's just started a lap, so if he was talking about the previous one, then he's a liar, because he ended up I tell you what, 1.6 seconds covering the top 11, and then the chance a little further back. That is very impressive. It shows how competitive this field is at the moment. We're going to be watching the battle for provisional pole position. We're going to be watching the battle to get into the top 10 as well as we continue to roll through the field. This is the Richards Hill car, number 38, running. You may recognise this livery from Sandown.
Yeah, the retro round.
Yep, so, well, this was an actual livery that was run. And Joshua Hill ran this at Sandown this year as well.
Yep, another good looking car. We missed the VF. So right on the cusp of that top 10, but
yeah, they're on the bubble at the moment.
I've also seen Mello in chat say shut up with your Project 4 bias when we were discussing the Ampol logo. I brought it up, I had to. I couldn't help myself. I had to. The door was so wide open, there wasn't even a door anymore. It was just a gaping hole. I had to do it.
We had a look at that car before, didn't we? The Snooks 10 dog.
We're
got into the grass and well into the wall.
Poor timing. Decent looking car though. I'm loving all the sort of the Hot Wheels flames in like the grill there. Get us a closer shot of that, if possible, Mr. Camera Operator.
Oh, comes across the chicane again. Riley Smith was on a slight flyer. It does get him up into the top 10. 8th place at the moment. You can see the flames in the front there.
Turn didn't lie. Yeah, there you go. That's the shot that I wanted. Thank you very much. Yeah, cool little design there.
And last one, Lee Childs and Paddy Donnelly. Lee Childs on board this at the moment. You can see his little co-driver light on. Someone enabled it. Love it.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll make sure that people do that a little more next race, during the race.
Yep. I'm going to do it. I've got a button back for it. I'm all set.
This is a Mark Winterbottom retro livery. Oh, another Bottle-O car. Bottle-O car that came second last year, wasn't it? Duro and Madretsky driving that one.
I don't remember at all, if I'm honest. I just remember Nick hitting and run near the end.
Still a sore spot, is it?
No. So moving on.
Yeah, so I don't know
Top
if this was
four
run at
covered by
Bathurst or
less than half a
Sandown.
second.
Top 4 covered by less than half a second. We have gone through the field. Let's watch the actual battle for pole position.
Yes,
Here's Matthew Cutter.
there's actual cars lapping for a reason. They're just driving around. Wow, 7-3, that's pretty good. So, track grip's still actually at 99%, so we haven't hit 100 yet. Are we supposed to hit 100 this session? 100% grip?
At some point, yes.
Right, okay. In the last 6 minutes, geez, so you're going to be cutting a fine to set your blazing fast lap right near the end. Still time though.
Oh, got on the grass, did Cutter there.
Yeah.
We'll go and bring
Right,
up
left,
the
right back.
sectors. There we are. So we can see there who's improving and who's not. Battle for pole
So there's
position is
nothing
always
what's
interesting, but remember this is all about getting into the top 10 shootout. Nash Murdock is currently sitting on the bubble in 10th.
Well, I like the HSV logo I've just spotted on the Lego car.
Oh yeah, there is too.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Right, coming into the pits, this will probably be the last quote-unquote stop.
Every time you swap to Refalo, he's always like, the car's always bouncing across the road as he drives it right on the edge of grip. Oh wow, look at the wheel spin there. It was counter steering for half the way out the dipper. So yeah, uses first gear on the entry for its elbow there to help the car turn and then goes back to second before it gets back on the power. Checks out on the Connaught straight. Where if you ask Mark Scaife, they'll be hitting 300 kilometers an hour. Not quite, they more realistically hit the low 90s most of the time.
The highest
Depending on
we've
the
seen
setup.
is 298 in this round of practice.
Yeah, you got to run real proper low wing to reach that, and in my opinion, that just hurts you a little bit too much in other parts of the circuit. But each of their own. Everybody has their own way of running their car at Bathurst. So first gear for Refalo. Apparently, I think a lot of people use in first gear around some of these turns, especially when the grip is lower and therefore the car speed's slower. That's what I was hearing before. I'm always in second because I'm a sucker for realism.
Here's James Delaney, purple sector 1.
Oh, you gotta throw it into the S's. Real commitment. Gee, that's a big shift to first gear. You saw the revs just climb way back up as he hit the downshift. Almost in the rev limiter in third, back to second on the brakes, slow the car up. There you go, same trigger to follow, using first to help the car turn. I don't think the exit was particularly great. We'll see what this extra time is just to come to the gantry up here. Yeah, a bit down. I thought so. His attack at Forest Elbow didn't look great. So I've actually got Meredith on the cusp of the top 10, which is slightly worrying for me.
Oh yeah,
Also
you're
the
absolutely
top
right.
10. Yeah, I've only just
So-
I haven't really been paying attention to the timing tower. But I'm going to start doing that
Oh,
now.
big slide!
Hey, on the dirt.
Out onto the dirt at the last corner. James Delaney will stay third fastest at the moment. It's Cotter, Russley, Delaney, Refalo. Oh, Greg up to second straight away. Couldn't even let me run
We'll
through
take
the
the
order.
3. Half a tenth quicker, bit over. Oh, slide out of turn 1. So easy to do.
Just ruins you
That'll
up the
be-
straight, doesn't it?
Yeah, that'll be one to watch out for in the race, especially when you get to near the end.
Jack Meredith's going to
Of the
improve
sticks.
only to
That's
9th.
it. He's only done an 8.8, which is concerning for me to hear because, I mean, that's a long time that I could probably.
Right, track, optimum, 100%.
There we go.
Here we go. There's going to be some fast laps now.
Everyone will be really pushing. Everyone will have tried to get out of the pits about a lap or two ago to get their tyres up to temperature, up to pressure, ease into it, now hammer it around for a lap or two. Try lay down your absolute best. So you've now got Riley Smith down in that last spot.
Little crash coming into Forest Helmet.
With the oh no, he's got damage on the on his front wing. I think the bumper's waving around, saying hello to the cameras. Actually, has his bonnet by looks of things. There's a massive panel gap near the windshield.
Clear.
Yes, that's a lot of damage. That's a pretty decent crash. You've got to crash relatively hard to do that to it. Wow. Check out the sector one time.
Here come the fast laps. This is a bit of a form guide now for the shootout with 1 minute and a half to go. Russley is 2/10 up. We'll see the second sector split in a moment. It's just after Forest Elbow here.
Slightly wide, but that's okay. What's he do? Probably could have gotten good right. Yeah. Down. Really quite hard to get Forest Elbow right because it's such a blind corner. And right at the apex, the wall kind of jags out slightly.
Ooh,
so
something
really
tells
quite
me
easy to
Meredith
get.
has found the wall.
Just maybe. Is the body moving around? He might have just spun out.
Potentially.
Hopefully. Just in case, I'd like to see him sneak up, even just one position more, just to be extra safe. Got Mr. Dendork here.
Yeah, Dendork has a plus next to his sector 1 time, but it's green. I don't know. Russley ended up going second. Cotter still leads the way right now. It's Cotter, Russley, Greg Delaney, Refalo. Shows you how competitive this is. Bloody Chris Refalo, championship leader by country mile. 5th.
It's been like this, well, not like that, but that competitive nature, it's been that way nearly all season long.
Richards is going much faster. 7/10.
All heating up. Only 8 seconds left to qualifying, so everybody's on their last lap, pretty much.
Remember, he drove the Bathurst 1000 last year with David Thornton. Now, it's the end of the session, as Dendork doesn't seem to improve enough. He's only 12th fastest, so we'll miss out on the shootout. We're going to wait and wait and wait, and hopefully someone will actually come around the corner. Maybe I should bring up a track map so I know.
I'll have a quick read at stream chat and see if there's anything going on. It's softs for qualifying, top 10 shootout, and the race. Soft tyres, so
absolutely. So
finally getting a bit of love. I quite like the tyres.
Here comes
A lot of people don't like
Richards.
them.
Can't improve enough to get up into that top 10. So it looks like our top 10 is set unless Lee Childs can improve. Here comes Delaney, goes second fastest. With Cotter will stay on provisional pole position. This is the car we need to watch now because they're 8/10 up. Lee Childs. How much time does he need?
Bit of a tall order.
Yep.
But let's see what he can do. Oh no! Oh!
In the wall.
That would have been on the downshift. That was a bit of a Tim Slade moment, I reckon, from
downshift.
3rd to 2nd.
You could hear the
As he
wheels
tried to-
lock up.
Nah, but I don't have audio, but yeah, well, there you go.
Well, you could, but
Yeah, yeah.
the audience.
Yeah, there you go. That's what did it. Oh, got the replay on top of it.
Absolutely, we've got the replay.
Oh, there it goes.
Yep, drifted off into that right side wall.
What's happening?
You need the sound or a different angle to get a true sense of what happened there. But that's the end of qualifying then. It is Matt Cotter from Bernie Russley. Then Chris Refalo ended up 3rd, and then people are going to leave, so they're going to stuff up the order. Matt Cotter, Bernie Russley, Chris Refalo, James Delaney, Nicholas Gregg, Michael East, Daniel Cluner, Nash Murdock, Jack Meredith, Riley Smith. That's your top 10, and that's who will take on the shootout, or those cars at least. We'll see who actually drives in them. Matthew Richards, Noah Dendork, Lee Childs. Round out the grid. Surprised to see Matthew Richards not actually make the 10.
That's surprising. Oh,
Josh
Sharp.
Hill.
We have a Chris Viss comment here in YouTube stream chat. He says this must not be Sharp's PC. It looks too good.
Oh, it is. I've actually played around with settings. It's amazing. And also I've got Soul on, and that's how we've got these lovely overcast skies. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes or so for the top 10 shootout. See you then.
Stay tuned.
acclimatise at all. Could I volunteer Jack Meredith or Melon?
Well, you're listening to the soothing sounds of Riley Smith, who's the first car in this shootout.
So the team's rather the cast, but he made it in. Shootouts are so stressful, especially around that panorama, no less. So many opportunities to get it wrong. So this is out of his out lap now, so obviously not meaning anything. Although
We're
it seems
getting
like
echo
his
from
strategy for warming up the tyres is to just do a lap quickly.
there's an echo on the stream.
We also have Mr. Cohen Turner to welcome to the commentary box. He's just joined. Welcome, mate, if you're there.
Hello, hello. How's it going, boys?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks for joining us.
No worries. My pleasure. Be great to see what Riley can pull out here. It was only like 9 thousandths between us and Jack Meredith and you, but qualifying. So yeah, it should be close. Real close between everyone. What was that?
Apparently we've got an echo going, guys.
Yes.
Oh no, hang on, that's better. Are we okay? I've got YouTube chat open on the monitor here. And instantly like 3 messages pop up. Anyway, let us know if it's all good. Riley doing a bit of weaving. Just before coming around Murray's corner to start his lap. Probably just be looking to not bin it really. Just not have it all in. As he has a lock up in the turn 1. Not a total disaster.
Well, I must say, one of the good things about being 10th into qualifying into the top 10 shootout, if you mess up your proper lap, I suppose there's not much to worry about really, because you'll just be in the same position, so yeah.
You're not going to go any further, you're not going to lose positions.
Yeah.
Jesus, close to the wall there, that was impressive. Down to first gear for the cutting, up to second. Bit of a brave move to do when you're not on perfect tyres. Bit of a wiggle on the exit, but he held it, it's all good. No slide, coming under the tree. Running. Get a really high speed there, it's in the high 290s. So you got to run a pretty low rear wing to get that kind of speed down Conrod. These high downforce modern V8 supercars. Back up to 4th here for the final turn on the brakes.
Pulls it up nicely. Around the last corner.
Yeah. Tyres must have come on throughout the lap. 209 flat.
209 flat.
Not a horrible lap.
About a 10th down from qualifying, but that should still be solid.
Yeah, and you can always guarantee that was almost entirely from that turn 1 lockup. So
Yeah.
now my teammate, Mr. Jack Meredith, the red car, because red cars go faster. So, yeah, looks like he's can't start his lap. He's got his custom race suit, gloves and helmet that he was banging onto me about a week ago.
I forgot to end up doing one of them for our livery, but yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely going ham. He was having a great old time. Just like,
Yeah.
anyway, it's a bit of wind. You can always just put it in the grass there. Jack, come on, please, man. It's making me nervous.
Alright, I am scared of racing in the U's now, seeing that quote on your dash.
Well, no, alright. I'm going to be using the co-driver light, and I'm the co-driver, so if you see the green light in the front window, you know that it's fine, because I'll be in the car. If the green light's off, be careful. Here you go, around in the final turn for Jack Meredith to start his flying lap, keeps in second gear. Car looked quite nice on the exit. Will he make the same mistake that Riley did into turn 1? He locked a wheel.
No, he doesn't. It was not nice for the first turn.
Really big gear shift, but he's actually gotten through there quite nicely. So perhaps he's warmed the tyres up better than Riley did on his out lap. Coming up Mountain Straight now. Hopefully the Delta's looking pretty decent. Got Bundaberg on the top of the helmet there, I've just seen. This is a really deep braking zone. You gotta brake really, really hard. The incline helps you. He's lent into the camber pretty well there. Right on the edge of second gear, done well. Up to fourth, a little bit of a brief period of time. Big 2 downshifts. And a first as well. There you go, got it tucked in nicely. Not a lot of sliding, which is good to see. Although it'll be interesting to see if he's running more rear wing. We'll get an indication as he goes down Conrod if he achieves a higher or slower speed than Riley. Geez, right out to the wall there. Coming across the top of the mountain now. Right at the... Yeah, wow, okay. He's really pushing it a little bit wide of the apex hill.
Oh, and he's in the grass.
Oh, no way. Is that going to be an invalid lap? I think he fell off completely, did he? Can't tell if it's invalidated or not. If not, that was got to be right on the edge of it, because at least on board, it looked like the car fully fell off the track. I guess he's still going. So.
Yeah, I think there was still 2 wheels on the track
there. Okay, so RP says cutting on qualifying lap.
Oh no.
Oh no, real penalty.
So
real penalty to be all and end all.
Yeah, that's an invalid lap. They run off the same thing.
Jack, you idiot! Come on!
It was a purple sector 1 by 8/10 of a second.
Yeah, I thought so. It looked a lot nicer. I was quite impressed.
Yeah, invalid lap will start from 10th.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah. Come on, Jack, just pull into pit lane.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Probably doesn't even know.
Oh, he's still staying out. Righto.
He still wants to finish the lap.
Maybe.
See what he can do. What does he actually do?
What can he pull out here right here? And yeah, it must have been invalid, not showing up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sucks for the ABI car.
Well, it sucks for me.
Yeah, and yourself. Yeah, I was about to say that.
Here we go.
Nash Murdock. On who's driving here. Co-driver light is on, so I think that's. Would that be super?
Nice one, says Spivey in chat to Jack.
So yeah, Gus Super in the car. Co-driver light is on. Maybe you found out a bit more pace than Nash Murdock. So got Gus Super in the car. Down Conrod straight on the outlap. First appearance of the Mustang in the shootout so far. I think it's the only one we have, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was actually. I want to give credit here because I'm not actually sure if it's been brought up yet, but I'm pretty sure it was Murdock that actually got the co-driver light in the interior of the car there in the front. You can see it there. Were actually working and able to be turned on and off. There it is. Thank you very much, Mr. Cameraman Xavier. So I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that was actually Murdock.
Yeah, Nash is the one that does that light and stuff. Yeah.
Made that work and made a bindable button for us to toggle on and off. So thank you very much to him. Hopefully we'll all have it working throughout the race tomorrow afternoon. So here we go, he'll start his lap.
Down into turn 1. Nice on the entry.
Nice and clean, which is really what you need
yes.
to start the lap when the tyres aren't 100%.
Down that straight, watching from the inside, into 5th. Over the top.
So Jack had an absolutely magical sector 1, always compared to Riley. Cool.
A little bit taily there on the brake.
I looks a little bit
nervous.
Yeah, nervous. Not bad though. Like not a doesn't look like a mistake. Just really pushing the car, which you might as well.
Goes wide a little bit there into the
really
cutting. Just nicks the edge of the wall there.
Pushed it a little bit too hard.
Might have lost him a little bit of time there. But yeah.
Not much of a slide. Nah, I believe Murdock's in the YouTube chat right now. I've seen just there. Oh no!
Oh no! That had a hit.
Has that done damage?
Had a hit coming down for me, was that?
So easy to do, especially if you Oh no!
Oh no! That's a bin.
Huge crash.
There we go.
Oh, it's done. Murdock
That's the end of Gus Super's lap there.
That'll quite likely be big damage too. Show us the Delta shaft, someone says. Although it's probably not perfect because you have Riley who set the lap, and
Yeah,
Jack
look,
ended it.
the thing is that it doesn't work. I don't know why. It doesn't work. So you have to go to velocityrl.emperorservers.com/live-timing. There's a link in the YouTube description, and you can see the
Hashtag off that.
live timing. It's
So we've seen 2 bin laps already out of 3 cars. That's good.
Yay, Spivey.
And here we go, perfect. So Gray's up against the wall there. I'm not sure if he picked up the inside curb or not.
I think they just picked it up there.
Yeah, and it just fed him out
Coming
in
wide.
coming down the S's.
Right, the S's. Hits the right side.
Yeah.
Almost does a Chaz. Just further down the track.
Bit early on. I think he'd
Yeah.
carried a bit too much speed into it and then tried to kind of compensate turning in early. And
Yeah, I reckon that was the problem there. Carrying a lot of speed there through the S's. As now we're on board with... don't know how to pronounce the name actually.
Cicluna here.
Luna in the Mustang.
If not, I'm very sorry.
that's right.
I'm really bad with names, don't take it personally.
Second Mustang so far.
What? Hey!
yeah, off in the grass from the chase on the outlap.
That was a good slide. It was a good save actually, to his
Yeah,
credit.
good save. Props to them.
Well done. Right, here we go. So nerves will be high. Bit of dirt on the tyres, though shouldn't be a total disaster. Mellow, you'll like hearing that. Here we go. Onto the main straight. Coming into turn 1. Car should be okay by now. So weird for me seeing first gear because I just like don't use it ever.
A little bit slidey on the exit there. Down the mountain straight.
High, but can be okay.
Yeah, especially that corner.
If you're not going for absolute maximum times, you can kind of, I want to say get away with it, but a little bit of wheel spin can be pretty okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Massive gear shifts there. Car really engine, oh my gosh, using a lot of engine braking.
Almost as bad as me, I must say. They haven't blown up the engine, notice thing. Coming through to cutting. Nice on the entry.
Doing 1,000
Doesn't manage to nick the ball like super.
Spivey says he was warming up the tyres by
He
going
was
off.
mowing the lawn, mate. He was warming up the grass.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty decent run over the top of the mountain so far. Looking like pretty, a little bit of a slide on the exit. Oh, look at the little message on the dash there. Thank you, Shovey.
Thank you, message, yo, yeah.
Oh, we'd love to see it. Yeah, he's done absolutely. I mean, you can't even find words to describe how hard this man's worked to bring VRL together.
Yeah, just amazing work.
First.
I think you're tearing up now, but yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Away with that.
Yep.
But yeah, down Conrad straight again.
Greta pushed a little bit wide. Well, not Segunda, but the car pushed a little bit wide, a little bit of understeer on the exit of Forest Elbow. First gear, just the car wasn't quite slowed up enough on the entry. Car hitting about 295-ish or so. Big downshifts into the chase. Need a little bit of curb. That's brave. Not going to mow the lawn this time.
Yeah, not going to mow the lawn this time, that's right.
Jim's mowing. Murdock in the chat. On a turn. Another couple massive
Love his
down.
home.
All the engine braking possible. Going to come across the line. The timing tower's gone. So I don't know what time did. Looks like a pretty decent lap though in terms of just keeping it nice and clean.
It's like the old days. You have to go and wait for the times to pop up on the screen, which is a 2:08.272,
Oh, wow.
which puts him at the fastest time so far. It's a bit difficult because I don't think the timing tower has been very accurate at the moment. Next car is Michael East John Slow. Let me see how the tower goes at the moment. Yeah, see? So Smith should be second.
You do. Yeah, that's got a bit of problems there.
Yeah. It's because a couple of people have left as well. It's a little bit annoying. I believe it's Michael East on board with this.
We'll start his lap now.
Yeah, we might need to get the drivers to stay in before the end of the shootout session to not mess with the times, but yeah.
Oh, he's very deep into turn 1. He pulled it up though. Got it squared off on the exit. So well done there. I was a little bit worried as I was watching the car come through. I was gonna bomb wide, but no, I was okay. AJ in the chat says, shouldn't this be running the CSP tornado weather? Well, that'd be realistic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just get one of the cars sucked up into that atmosphere.
Wow. Car tucked in so nicely there into turn 2. You didn't see any. The car sort of, the body behaviour of it looked really nice. Just turn it in once, car just stuck there through the whole turn. That looked really nice. That's convincing for the rest of the lap. We'll see how the run is over the top of the mountain. No slide, looking good up to 4th. To the pressure bit. Makes you nervous, no curb, good work. Out to the wall, but not quite hitting it. Turns in nicely, the apex just barely picks up that inside curb. Almost no outside curb. Big downshifts through the S's now.
Blazing through the S's there.
Yeah, that was a really quick entry. He's looking really good, this is a good looking lap. We'll see how it pulls up at Forest Elbow.
Try not to lock the fronts here. Looks good. Exit, good. Not hitting that wall.
Yeah,
it's
that was
purple.
done well. Nowhere near as much understeer as before.
It's purple sector 1, it's purple sector 2, 40.501
Oh, wow.
in the second sector, which is a full 2 seconds faster than General Sector.
2 purple sectors. This is
Yeah,
going to be
apparently
amazing.
Jack
lap.
Meredith put in a 40.756, although it wasn't validated
Yeah.
in that middle sector.
So he's certainly flying. He hit a really high top speed there too, so must be running a low rear wing as well.
Oh, gee, okay.
Blinded.
Oh, man. Low contrast now.
Okay, we're all good.
Crosses the line. What can he pull out? Provisional pole 207.1. What a lap. What a lap. By Michael East, I believe.
1.1 seconds up, just about.
Was that a purple sector 3 as well, Jav?
Yes.
Wow, 3 purple
Okay.
sectors. What a lap.
We smashed it.
Now we...
So I believe it's Nicholas Gregg doing
Yes.
the top 10 shootout, unless they've changed.
Yep, that's him.
Strategy.
He's got the light on.
Is Nick the co-driver? Is he? Greg, I mean.
Nicholas
Yeah.
Gregg in the car because of the co-driver light.
Yeah.
Warming up the tyres here, coming down Conrad straight on the out lap.
Good to see people
Fine.
actually using the light. I quite like that.
Trying to get some extra warmth in the tyres, get as much as you can.
It's so critical with this harder compound of tyre, and drivers really aren't used to using it because we haven't used it all season, and almost all leagues just don't really make use of it. I quite like it personally, but yeah, it's something you have to kind of readjust to. You come back to Bathurst and back on the harder tyre.
Yeah, I must say, I was only using these softs for this event, so
Yeah,
it took me a while to get used to it. But starting hit their lap, down pit lane straight, looks like they got a good exit down from the final corner into Hell's Corner. Can they pull it up nicely? Good, taking that exit curb.
no, didn't look like it was sliding at all.
No wheel spin or sliding to be seen.
This will be a good lap to see, as he beats my teammate for some stupid reason. That would have been a nice little battle to see. Although it didn't really look like he was doing too terribly well. Car tucks in pretty nice into turn 2. Runs it out in second gear on the exit of the curb. Under the cutting. First gear to help the turn in.
Oh!
Car pushed a little bit when he changed into
Rear
second.
just kicked down there into the wall.
Changed into second and the car just pushed forward a little bit. Tiny slide coming up under the tree. So
That
fun.
would be dramatic for them.
Keeps it away from the wall. A little bit safe, that's okay. Up on that curb on the inside.
Down into the S's.
Pretty close to the wall there. Car's looking pretty nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Under brakes, Forest Elbow. Tucks the car in pretty nicely. That looked quite good.
Nice exit there.
Yeah, we'll see what the top speed is coming down Conrad Straight. 300 kilometers an hour until the fastest corner in Australian motorsport. That hasn't been said yet.
It was a 51.674 first sector, 40.622 second.
There you go.
which is, I think, a little bit slower than
Yeah, it sounds a bit slow.
Michael East.
Michael East, that car looked absolutely fantastic. Like a robot just going around. Under race to the final turn. Back to first gear. Car turns in really well there. That was quite impressive. Second place, A flat.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad lap.
8/10 off of the fastest time. So, I was going to say that Michael East car looks so good that God was looking down on it at some point. At one point.
Yeah, it was. That's right.
Here comes. I was going to say Michael Delaney. That's definitely not it. It's James Delaney, who is got the headlights on in that Marcus Ambrose Ford Falcon, sharing with Ross Macker. About to start his lap. Only 4 more to come.
Yep. Been getting through it quite nicely. Only a few bins, which is good to see. We're a little bit slow through the final turn there. It's probably just cold tyres though. It doesn't cost you too terribly much as well compared to the rest of the mountain. It's a relatively small straight. Oh, struggling to get it pulled off for turn 1. Locked up the rears coming into the turn. There was a couple dodgy downshifts, but got it pulled up. So possibly a bit of a tyres not quite perfect yet. We'll see if the car's behaving now up into turn 2. Moving around a tiny bit, but it looks a bit more settled there.
Not using much of the exit curve there, but should be fine.
Yeah, ran it a bit
Into
more.
cutting. Wait, this is the cutting, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
I almost forgot.
How's it go up under the tree?
Nice and close
Oh,
up.
yes!
Oh, bigger tap there. Big tap there into Silman Park.
It looked like the car was sliding a little bit. I don't think the rear of this car is terribly happy. Might be running a lower wing than they usually do.
Help out with that high speed on the straights.
Yeah. But now the car, I think they've given up. Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's over.
down the runoff.
Must have damage. Car must have, the suspension must have been done by the contact.
It looks like, yeah, coming up on the live timing, crash with environment.
Well, yeah, you hit the wall
So,
hard. Yeah, look at
with
the
a
car. It's
fair
like,
bit of damage on the front end.
it looks like it's really struggling to even drive in a straight line. Actually, do you reckon we can get an onboard shaft? Yeah, there you go. This is the bodywork, well damaged there. All shaking about.
Oh, that's suspension damage.
Oh my god! Yeah, that explains it. I told you it was gonna be. I told you, like, I'd bet you the suspension's done.
Well, it's 100% damage for the shootout, so if you touch the wall a little bit,
Right.
it's
There you go.
extremely high stakes for the best drivers. And
Yeah,
off he
we'll get
goes. So he will start in. How many drivers have we lost? We lost quite a few from last year's shootout as well.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
the
A
top
couple.
3 all cut. So we lost 1, 2, 3 cars. Now he will get across the line. He will set a lap. It'll be a 2:13.717, which will
Fine.
start him ahead of Gus Super and Nash Murdock. So currently sitting in 8th position. Let's go to Chris Refalo coming down. Coming in straight.
Oh, here we go. Time for us all to be shown how it's done.
It should be interesting to see what Refalo can pull out here. Staying out of the top 3 spots in qualifying, so it should be interesting.
I'm going to use the
Yeah.
over shoulder cam because it's a missile. We can do that. Take the opportunity to. Only this end of the field.
Yeah, that's right. It is too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember their allegiance is to hold them forward. He was sliding the exit. He loves to slide the car. Loves a good power slide. That's Chris Refalo.
That's one of the ways to be fast in these cars for sure.
Yo, it must be. He always runs quite an oversteery car, or at least that's how it seems.
Yeah, that's right.
It'd be interesting to see how he compares to Michael East, was his name, I believe.
Michael East,
Yeah, Michael East, yeah.
New driver.
Up at first there. Yeah. Not completely versed in them yet. Through turn 2. The car seems a bit wide, I think.
A little bit of a slide there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was quite as good as he maybe wanted. But he's also about 17 seconds a lap faster than me, so what do I know?
Check out the sun.
Yeah, we've got like real late afternoon sun. I'm liking it. Jeez, pick up under the
First time I opened a stream, oh mate, it looked amazing.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Really over the top of the mountain. See the cars throwing it into all the turns.
Oh shit, yes.
Over the grass a bit there. Tucking it right into that corner. Down the dipper.
Is really trying to make the most of the mountain, I reckon.
Making the most of the track you get.
Yep. Pushing the car to its absolute limit and slightly beyond in a couple spots. Pretty fast at the exit here. Let's see what Todd Speedy hits down the end of Conrad coming into the chase.
Now his time, where's the timing? Purple second sector. So 50.819 in the first and a 40.357 in the second. We can't actually see the time for it.
Makes sense. His second
300 kilometres down Conrad Straight.
There you
What
go.
an amazing
Did he hit
speed
it?
there. 300 Ks, just.
makes sense that his second sector was faster. It was absolutely giving it everything it had over across the top of the hill.
Yeah, that's right. Pulling it down into Murray's, wasn't it?
What can he do?
What can he do?
He gets it!
Oh,
Jeez!
208. What a lap by Chris Refalo.
3.5 tenths of a second in the end for Chris Refalo as he locks it straight up down the escape road.
Pull up.
Yeah, slid in quite nicely, didn't he? Bernie Russley is a little bit far behind, and that's all my fault because I sent him out late.
Is that why? Yeah.
He is the second last car to go, and driving with Dylan Barton, VF Commodore. Car number 61. So we will. We're going to get a very good indicator of what this grid's going to look like. We have one more car to go after this one, which is, I want to say Matt Cotter will be driving it.
This car.
Matt Cotter will be driving the next car.
Oh yeah, the Monroe car.
Yep. Here comes Russley. Let me show you the wonderful display here. Disappears as soon as he starts the lap. Fantastic.
Oh, we love it.
Down into turn 1 then, and we'll go on board. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot.
Oh
about
no.
that.
Yeah, that's better. Got to keep that viewership up.
Oh,
God,
what
looking
is
down on
with-
Rusty again.
It seems to be the older cars when you go into there and like the heavens open because those cars are dead or something.
Yes, the time has come.
Oh
The time
no,
has
no! Don't say that.
come. Not the Nissan. Yeah.
Oh, Carl's been looking really nice though through these first few turns.
Lots of support from Russley in the chat as he comes up and over the hill. Last car can go. Matt Cotter, Chris Munro.
Been looking real clean, getting off all the corners nice and straight. Not sliding around at all.
Right,
Just
up
went
onto the
surgical, just really clean.
50.724 in the first sector, which I'm not sure if I think it is the fastest lap, fastest first sector. It's definitely faster than Chris Refalo, is my point.
Yeah, right, okay. So it might be on there. I think it was slightly wide into Forest over there. God, you just got to stare at the bloody camera there.
Maxine Verstappen. Looks like it.
Second
support
sector was a
for
40.527, which is just behind Chris Refalo's 40.357.
Oh,
Looks like it's going to be a close one then.
get all
299 down the
the
straight.
speed, yep. Massive downshifts. Car looks pretty nice. I really can't call it between these two. I do not know. The final turn here. Hard on the brakes. Massive gear shifts using the engine brake and actually going to keep it in second gear.
50.6 for East.
Lights up out of the final corner. What's he do? Second place.
10th and a half behind or so.
Oh, not much in it.
So Refalo, Rustley, East, Greg, Cicluna, Meredith, Delaney, and then Super Smith. No, hang on.
Yeah,
Smith is
that
meant to be
tough time, wasn't it?
in 6th.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Okay, right.
Jeez.
Make a statement straight up. Here is... I'll double check. It is Matt Cotter, I believe.
One way to warm up.
Yeah, it
the
is
brakes.
because Munro's typing in the chat.
Yeah, that'll do it.
unless that's the chat that came through while he was doing the big slide. The reason for the slide.
That's the reason for the big slide.
Yeah. Last car to go in the top 10 shootout for the Bathurst 1000 tomorrow.
Yeah. What's our start time, Sharp? Come on, fill us in.
2:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Remember to move your clocks forward.
Damn grid up.
Move your clocks forward. Is that today or tonight?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say. Excuse me, Mark.
This is the chat that goes on while we wait for Matt Cotter to start his lap.
Monroe says multitasking.
He says multitasking. Now I'm not sure. Okay, now I need to go
way.
and have a look at
It's
extract.
AM.
It is
Oh.
Cotter. Okay. It is Cotter driving this car. Very black on the interior. There we go. See,
Is he got bodywork damage? Am I insane, or is that bodywork damage?
it looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, because the bonnet pins, look at them.
Yeah, they're floating.
Ah, well, okay.
This could affect them.
Might hurt his straight line a little bit. Or not straight line, sorry. Might hurt it over the mountain a bit.
Well, let's see if he's got suspension damage out of it.
I think it looked okay. They've actually made it more black. Like, look on the wheel, the center compared to the actual
Yeah.
rim. Yeah, made it more black for whatever reason. Kind of like unnerving to the eye. A tiniest bit of a slide under the tree there. Looking pretty okay. A little bit of an exit curb. Good to see. Just about gets it turned in.
First sector was a 50.943, which is about a 10th behind Chris Refalo.
Yeah, Refalo absolutely threw it through the
Oh,
line.
bit fairly out of
Dipper.
the dipper.
Now, as far as I know, this is where I got a bit curious on the outlap. Yeah, it gets turned in.
Was it out nicely.
So a lot of the drivers hitting quite a high top speed at the end of Conrod in the shootout. We'll take them off notice in qualifying.
Chris Refalo's top speed reported as 298 kilometres an hour. This second sector was a 50.590, which is about 2/10 behind Chris Refalo again. So it looks like if things don't improve, then it's going to be pole position for the Refalo Rath car for the Bathurst 1000 tomorrow. One more corner to try and turn it around.
And this is the god tier final corner.
Last corner in the shootout.
He nearly turned it around off the last corner.
It might have actually cost him some more time down to fourth.
Only fourth place
High
for
mark, Louise.
Matt Cotter, and Nicholas Gregg leaves immediately with stuffed up on leaderboard. Thank you very much, Nick.
I was just about to say, Darth, can you give us a run through the leaderboard? But
We should make that a rule now.
We should have
Just to
something.
keep it organised. Don't leave until the shootout timing is done.
here we go.
Chris Refalo, Bernie Rustley, Michael East, then Chris Munro, Nicholas Gregg, Daniel Cicluna, Riley Smith, Gus Super, and then James Delaney and Jack Meredith. Now, I think because Delaney's lap got invalidated when he ran across the chicane, that means the lap time's deleted and he starts 9th and not 8th. So Gus Super finished the lap cleanly. I say cleanly, didn't cut.
Finish.
It's finished on a 2:20, so he picks up 8th position out of that. That is the top 10 shootout results. So we'll combine that with the qualifying results. So James Delaney, Jack Meredith take up the 5th row. And then on the 6th row, it is Matthew Richards and Joshua Hill. Then Ryan Snooks, Noah Denduk, and then Paddy Donnelly and Lee Childs. Aaron Recchi and Lachlan Setter Hopefully going to be there tomorrow. I think Lockie's got a bit of a busted wheel. But yes. So if his replacement shows up just in time, they'll be in there, starting from 14th on the grid.
There you are. I believe that's us done for the Friday night qualifying and top 10 shootout.
Friday night qualifying day extravaganza. Thanks very much for... It was very entertaining.
I've enjoyed the YouTube
It's
live chat.
not
Thank you,
quite-
everybody.
Not quite the drama of last year, with the top 3 cars all just cutting across the
Yeah,
chicane,
making mistakes. Yeah, that's right.
making mistakes. But still, very entertaining session nonetheless. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we have a race to run tomorrow. If you haven't noticed, Bathurst 1000, 161 laps, starting at 2:30. It's about a 6-hour race. Get your snacks ready. So hope to see you then. Make sure you get the notification for that. You can hit subscribe and then the notification bell, or
ding,
follow
ding.
on Twitch. Yep. Ding, ding, ding. And that's pretty much all to report from here, as Matt Cotter just runs
Taking
into
off
the
on
grass.
you.
Taking Mr. Cluner out.
Alright.
Hey, I had to.
Throwing shade at too many people, I think. Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for the Bathurst 1000. Thanks, Jack
Yeah.
Callister, Cohen Turner in the commentary box.
No worries.
No worries.